With the release of Poppy Playtime Chapter 5, we see much about the prototype, its personality, its obsessive nature towards Poppy, and its mysterious end goal. With these details spawning a theory in my head about the Jester of Playtime's mysterious better place and what his true end goal could be. During the chapter, we hear several mentions of the better place and what the phrase means when linked back to the prototype, with the first time we hear the phrase being during Lily's tea party, where after Poppy questions what happened to the orphans, the Jester states that they are in a better place, with it being strangely capitalized. The next time we hear the better place mentioned is during the date between Elliot and the prototype, where the prototype mentions that Elliot didn't care about his better place and only cared about his daughter's revival as Poppy.
I don't pretend to know how you're feeling, but
it was always about her.
What do you mean? No, Ollie.
It was never about me. Never about my better place. It was for her. She's all you talk about.
The last mention of something related to this better place is a newspaper the player can find in the labs, with this newspaper being called the Better Press. With this newspaper seemingly being written by the toys that follow the prototype within the labs. Jumping over to the Jester of Playtime, we see him mention his loneliness several times in notes, interactions, and tapes, with this seemingly fueling his pursuit of him trying to figure out Elliot's original formula for the Poppy Gel. The first mention of his loneliness is in the case tape, where the prototype expresses his disappointment with Poppy not seeing his point of view, with Oliver stating that the orphans could never go free and that Infinity will be lonely.
Otherwise, we'll be left with...
And Infinity will be lonely.
One way to make you see this.
The next time we hear of this loneliness is in a note written by the prototype, with the orphan writing down his progress with the Outimals experiments and his tense allegiance with Harley, with the last thing on the note being that he is no closer to Infinity and that he won't be left alone. Lastly, during the player's exploration through the dangerous labs, one can see what looks like a small town, with the town having what appears to be poppy fields in it, multiple houses, and what looks like a church or council building in the middle. Given where the town is located within the factory, it could be possible that the town was originally built for the scientists working at Playtime Co., with these scientists living on site for both ease of work and due to them having too much knowledge on Playtime Co. and the Bigger Bodies initiative to leave the building. With all of this information and details in mind, my theory is that the mysterious town hidden in the labs could be the better place the prototype mentioned, with the better place being a place where the toys can live in peace with no suffering as long as they obey the prototype's rules. This is where the orphans were taken, and it is likely that most of them could either still be alive or turned into experiments, with the ultimate goal of the prototype being to build an immortal family for himself, with this likely stemming from his time as an orphan within Playcare and the treatment he received from his adopted father, Elliot. This would explain his obsessive nature towards Poppy, as she is the only other immortal experiment and family the Jester has left after Elliot's death, with the prototype wanting her to be a part of this new family. This would also explain why certain bigger bodies like Lily Lovebraids wasn't allowed within his better place, with Lily in particular being one of the many employees who contributed to the orphan's suffering when Playtime was operational, while other bigger bodies like Huggy and Mummy being too prone to unstable and aggressive behavior, which could put his better place at risk